Lads, listen up, I've got one for you today. It's been a wee day off YouTube, but I had something on my mind this morning. And it was a thought based upon a lot of the things that I'm seeing across the board right now. You might think right now, just because you've got the nice car, a little bit of a physique, you've got the missus, you're making some money, maybe got some followers, some social clout online, that you're successful, but you know yourself, something's missing. You feel that you're just still in the background of your own movie. You're not really the main character yet. And I want to use this video today and tell you how to actually become the main character. I'm just going to close this door. That was a little bit cold. It's a bit weird when you move abroad and you actually open the door to let the heat in, rather than let the cold out or something. But yeah, guys, it got me deep in, and I was thinking, who now needs to hear this? And I know a lot of guys that watch my channel on a daily basis that do need to hear this. But your internal self-worth is truly the thing in life in which you want to tie the majority of your effort towards mastering. Self-mastery, the full 360 result, when you don't really care about what other people expect of you anymore, because you only expect the best for yourself through your own growth habits. And this one is something you might understand if you're maybe underdeveloped right now in terms of self-mastery. Growth habits are essentially, you know, your seekingness, your willingness, we should call it, to wake up early, to not miss the gym, to track your food and your macros daily at a high level, to train extremely hard, to read 10-15 pages a day, to utilize your money, your assets wisely rather than spending them on random material possessions or fancy dinners or luxury items just to impress or appease those around you, other people. Like, the real growth comes when you go through a period of restriction. This is why I believe that when you get into a dieting phase, for example, that you are your most aligned, your most aware, because see, culturally, so many religions will fast, right? They fast from food. Why? Because it brings them closer to God. Right? Think about this for a second. It brings them closer to God, because they're not, for the first time maybe in the whole year, when they go on this fasting trip or period, where they're not clogging up they're not clogging up their body with processed foods. They're not, you know, numbing themselves with instant gratification, or not stuffing food or distracting themselves with these meals and these dinners and all this glutton, essentially. So they feel more tapped in, they feel more awake, they feel sharper, they feel more alive. And in moments of that sacrifice, they get these universal downloads. They get told how they need to act, what they need to repent, what they need to renounce, what they need to do going into the next part of the year. But the thing is, see, when you really get to a stage of your life when you get the full 360 result, this is where you can be 24/7, 365. And it allows you to step into flow state, a place and space in your own mind where you don't actually feel like anything's missing anymore, which is a great place where you actively and voluntarily place yourself in daily discomfort, because you seek that, because you know you're the most connected not only to universal laws, universal frequencies, but you're most connected to your truest, most authentic self. When you're inspired intention, it's not discipline, it's not motivation, it's inspired intention. When you are literally seeking to push yourself so far out your comfort zone on a daily basis, that is where you get your highs from. Rather than those short-term, instant gratifying, you know, dopamine spikes you get from buying a new watch, a new car, new shoes, when you gift your missus with something just to shut her up for a week or two. Like, that feels good. Believe me, I'll have a nice car. I will have a nice watch, I will have luxury at certain points in my life, but I've always believed that you need to master yourself first before you get any of that. I could literally go out today and I could buy, you know, a Rolex. I could go out today and buy one if I wanted. Don't want one though. I'm quite happy rocking a Garmin wristwatch right now. Why? Because for me right now, it's not about the external. It's so far from the external. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs, high performers, people that are into self-development go wrong. Is they start the business once they've developed themselves mentally and physically to a point, a certain level, but then they get to a point in business where the business, because it's money is all they focus on, or material is all that they focus on, that they get so caught up in the noise and the weeds of trying to grow that they forget to grow themselves. When in reality, the only growth the business had was based upon their own personal growth. So if you ever stop growing yourself, developing yourself on a personal level, professional level, physical level, psychological level, you stop the journaling. Like I'm almost like borderline autistic at this stage of my life, because if I don't journal, and I know you guys are like me if you watch this content, you're not one of the gifted ones. You're not one of the ones that have had it easy, daddy's trust fund, super, you know, smart from day one to have it all together. I didn't have any of that. So I have to go full autism on it, and I have to plan every detail, track every metric, have to track every number, have to journal every morning, have to read, have to immerse myself in learning, personal development books, podcasts, audiobooks, mentorship. I don't have all the knowledge, but I know myself that when I invest heavily in that daily, it keeps me calm, it keeps me at peace, and when I'm at peace, I'm in flow. When I'm in flow, I win. And it keeps me from being distracted from all of the other noise. Because see, when I don't plan, see if I just wake up in the morning, go straight in my phone, see problems flash up, see distractions, see what he, she is all doing on Instagram, social media, I will instantly take my internal power, my main character energy, and give it to the external world. Whereas if I wake up and I ground myself, I journal, I listen to my morning assumptions, it's a voice memo I've made for myself, which puts and primes my mind in the best space possible, so I can almost feel the success and be the person worth having the success, so I can behave my way into it. Then I go a run, I clear my head, I have a lovely high protein, high fat, low to no carb meal, coconut water, coffee, I'm sitting, I'm reviewing things. It grounds me, I'm like, right, morning boxes tick. Like this morning for me is up at 5:30 a.m. Coffee, hydrate, caffeinate, journal, do all the stuff, do all the things, listen to my assumptions, go out onto the swimming pool kind of decking area, drink my coffee, look at the sky and breathe, think for a moment, get the runners on, 6 kilometer run, ice bath, stretch, lovely meal. And I just sat down there, onboarded a new client, done about 30 check-ins, done all my content for the day. I'm now filming this, I'm in the best, most clearest headspace. I'm at a point as well right now, even if I like, you know, like fuck my words up or mumble or something, I'm fine with that. Because this message, guys, like what I'm trying to get at here is that because I've now installed so much self-worth in me, I literally could not give a fuck about the external. So I'm living life in my own terms. I'm living as the main character now, rather than trying to be someone who only acts externally, right, for other people. Because the thing is in life, when you only put the care and the emphasis on how can I make someone else feel, how can I, you know, psychologically manipulate this person to get what I want, all your needs, all this stuff, it's like you end up losing anyway. You end up fucking failing anyway, guys, because there's too much importance. There's too much importance on the outside rather than the inside. And the way to master your life, to become the main character, almost like in Limitless, and I'm a massive movie geek, guys, I love movies. like when Bradley Cooper takes the limitless pill and everything changes, it becomes productive, clean cut, he gets in shape, gets the girls making money. That can be you. But it wasn't the external that changed for him, it was the internal. And then the external changed. And for me, it was yours. I used to only care about how people perceived me, how people viewed me. And now all I care about is how can I now be the best me for me to therefore serve other people. Only when I am now served myself. You can't fill from an empty cup, someone once said. And it's very, very true. And a lot of people in life, a lot of guys in particular, are trying to serve from this cup, which has nothing left in it. And they ask themselves, why do I feel so burnt out? Why do I have so much cognitive dissonance? Why am I such a people pleaser? Why am I so stressed? Why am I under so much pressure? Why am I so anxious all the time? Why am I making such poor decisions with my food, my dinner, my macros? I keep missing training. I'm just, I'm so stressed. I've had so much on. It's like, cry me a river, bro. Cry me a river. You have to go through an immense period of like shedding your skin like a fucking snake would, where you just let go of all the things that you're trying to do, remove the importance, and just focus all of your energy on being the best version of you. And that doesn't mean you don't work anymore. It does not. It doesn't mean you break up with your missus. It doesn't mean you go through mad change from the external. It's just you be the best. The food you eat, the content you consume, the habits you hold, the non-negotiable standards in which you set, the growth habits in which you follow through on every single day. There's always 5 growth habits, guys. 5 growth habits. Wake up early. Track your macros. Train savage every single day. No vices, right? No vices. Personal development, reading, and reflection. You do them every day, guys. 5 habits. Change your entire life. It will change your entire life, trust me. It's changed my entire life over the last probably 6 months. I've achieved everything I've ever wanted. Had the best financial quarter I just had there, Q1 of the year. And I've not changed anything in business. I've actually done less in business. I've just gotten better at being me. Everything's improved as a byproduct. And then physically, I'm the fittest and strongest and fastest I've ever been. Have I changed anything? No, I've just had more intent. I've just been more connected, more process driven, more focused on being rather than becoming, trying to, get to this place. I'm not trying to get anywhere. I'm just trying to be the best I can today. That's why even with these YouTube videos now, it's like, I'm going to take more time to plan. I'm going to take more time to sit and speak to you guys, because you guys might like this raw, organic content, this raw talk, rather than all these flashy screens and how to do this, how to train that, I could do those videos, but I really don't believe I want to do those videos. I don't feel the need to. I don't feel the want to. I genuinely just want to share a message every single day that potentially resonates and inspires with you guys and shifts one belief, one perspective, the same way as I do for every single one of my clients. They come on board, they know what they're after, they know what they want, but the biggest thing that stops them is that they care too much about what other people think. They put too much importance on the outside rather than the inside, and we get to change all that through the growth habits, through the mindset work, through the coaching calls, through the support, through becoming the best version of them, which equates to them making more money, having better women, better energy, better status, more respect, so their life does change from the outside once the inside is course corrected. And that's when they can start living and being like the main character, because they have now started doing all the things in which the main character would now have to therefore do. Do you get where I'm coming from? So you kind of have to stop yourself sometimes and just think, is the current version of me going to be the version of me that gets me to where I want to be? Think on that for a moment. Think on that, because I had to ask myself that question about 12 months ago, and that guy was not going to get me to where I wanted to be. It wasn't. He was good, but it wasn't great. He was good, but he wasn't the main character. He had certain character traits and characteristics that were very on point and very dialed in, but in the grand scheme there was elements missing. And it's a maturity thing you're going to get to. And I don't like that word, but it's a maturity thing. When you're mature enough to now recognize and realize that who you currently are is not who you currently need to be to get to the next level, that is when you can start letting go of the paradigms, the limiting beliefs, the doubts that don't serve you, and step into the new stage and place in your heart and head where you can reach full transcendence, remove the power from the external world, and really look at yourself analytically and think what stays, what goes, what grows, and what slows. So always ask that question: what stays, what goes, what grows, and what slows. What's growing you right now? Keep it. What's slowing you? Remove it. What's staying in your life? Keep it. What's not serving you? Cut it. And success loves speed, guys. You need to be fast implementing, and you can only be fast implementing when you're in a good spot. And you can only be fast when you subtract. So you remove all the shit that's weighing you down, and then you operate at speed and purpose every single day. And guys, I'm going to use this video to invite you to work with me one-on-one. Inside my coaching program, I will mentor you, I will hold your hand. You can fill out one of the links below. I'll WhatsApp you straight away. It's super simple. We can get you onboarded now. It's as fast as it could be, and me and you can be chatting on a call within 24 hours. We can get you winning, build a physique, master the mindset, create the lifestyle you've always wanted, remove all the noise, the friction, the stress, and really run this up together as a team. And if you're not ready to work with me one-to-one just yet, there's also another link below to access the free masterclass on your physique, your purpose, your productivity, and 10xing your testosterone. If that sounds like something you want, it's a free 4-video mini course. It's absolutely class, if I do say so myself. Jump in there, have a look, get to know me on a deeper level, some private content in there. And more than anything else, guys, I love you. I love you all, but I hate what you're doing to yourself sometimes. You can always be so much better. You can always be a leader. You can always be faster. You ever seen, I'm going to wind this down. I was just going to say, you ever seen American Psycho? Very similar to myself sometimes, I can imagine. But guys, I've got a big day ahead. I'm going to go crush a workout. I've got some stuff to do here. You can see. There's some stuff to do here. Get this video uploaded, and it's leg day today. We love it. See you in the next one, guys. Much love. See you soon.